Today we're gonna be working on our shoulders, opening up our chest, stretching our back and a little bit, and also strengthening our legs. You're gonna need a mat. You're gonna, if you have a blanket, especially if you have sensitive knees, make sure you bring that. You might need a block, you might not. It's really up to you. I'm gonna show modifications for both, and yeah, and so come join us in the mat. All right, so let's start in seated position. Just find comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. I want to start with a really simple breathing exercise. It's called Nadi Shodhana. It's a pranayam. It just helps us energize and balance our breathing. So if you can make an L with your right hand and put your thumb over your right nostril and your pointer finger over your left nostril, and close your right, open your left, inhale through the left, and exhale. Close your left, open your right, inhale through the right, and exhale. Close right, open left, inhale, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Close left, open right, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more time, close right, open left, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Close left, open right, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. You can lower your hands down, and when you're ready, just find comfortable seated position. You might want to wiggle a little bit, and when you're ready, lift your arms up to the sky, twist your body to the right, lower your hands down, your left hand on top of your right knee, your right hand behind you, and twist. Take a breath. Back to neutral spine. Lift your hands up to the sky. Inhale and twist. Exhale, lower your hands down. Your right hand on top of your left knee. Your left hand behind you. Take a breath. Back to neutral spine. Inhale, lift your hands up to the sky. Twist to the right. Lower your hands down. Maybe you can deepen the twist. You can see if your right shoulder is facing the back wall. Your left hand can press your right knee so you can deepen the twist. And wherever you are, take a breath and go back to neutral spine. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky, twist to the left, lower your hands down, right hand over left knee, deepen the twist, and back to neutral spine. Put your fingers on top of your shoulders like a wing, like your angel wings, and roll your shoulders forward. Don't forget your breathing. Just relax your shoulders. I feel like shoulders are so overworked because you can be stooping down when you're on the computer or picking up your kids. And let's go opposite. Keep breathing. And lower your hands down. We're gonna go on tabletop position, so all fours. So check, while getting on tabletop position, just check your wrist and your shoulders that they're aligned. Also check your knees and your hips that they're aligned. And when you're ready, drop your belly down as much as you can. Bend your spine and lift your head up. Elongate your neck. Inhale for cow. And then belly pushes the spine up. Curve your spine like a cat. Exhale. Lower your belly down. Elongate your neck. Inhale for cow. And belly to spine. Curve your spine like a cat. Your tailbone might wanna crawl down. One more time, drop your belly. Inhale, look up for cow. And navel to spine, down for cat. And go back to neutral position. Lift your right hand up to the side and towards the sky as much as you can. Inhale, and on the exhale, thread your right hand into the mat. Drop your shoulder to the mat, just as much as you can. Take a breath here. And go back to tabletop. We're gonna do the other side. Lift your left hand up towards the sky. Inhale, and on the exhale, thread the needle. Your shoulder meets the mat. Take a breath here. And we're gonna go back and put our left hand under our wrist. Tabletop. Flip your toes so that your toes are on the mat. And we're gonna go into downward dog. So lift your hips up towards the sky. Keep the micro bend on your arms. And maybe it feels good to pedal your toes. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, walk your feet in between your hands. And for a forward fold. And your hands travel to your ankles. Lift your spine, straighten your spine, lift your head for a half forward fold. And lower down all the way for forward fold. And we're gonna do some circles here. So you're making a clock, so right, go towards your right, go up, till all the way up. Then you're moving your hands to the left, twisting your hips to the right, and down to your feet. Let's do that one more time. Travel your hands to the right like you're drawing a clock with your hands. Let your hips stay in the middle, and then all the way down to back to a forward fold. Let's go opposite side. Travel your hands to the left, counterclockwise, and up, and then right, and then lower down. One more time. Travel your hands to the left, swim all the way up and to the right and lower down. And then root to rise, lift your torso up to the sky, hands in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Take a breath here. Thank yourself for taking this time to take care of yourself. Lift your hands up to the sky, and this time use your right hand to wrap your left wrist, and we're gonna curtsy with our left behind our right foot and stretch your left side of your body. And put your feet back, your left foot meets your right, and then lift your left foot in front of you, left knee up in the ground as much as you can. You can stay here, or if you're able, you can find your tree pose that works for you. So your the bottom of your feet goes on your leg, and then You can stay right here or lift your hands up to the sky. Take a breath. Focus on one location in front of you to keep your balance. Your left foot meets your right. And lower down to chair pose. So we're gonna lower our hips down. Check where your knees are. You don't want your knees to go over your toes. And then when you're ready, lift your hands up towards the sky. Maybe you can lower your chair down a little more, or just stay where you are. Wherever you are, take a breath. And then lower your hands to the ground. Lift your hips up for a forward fold. And we're gonna make our way back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do the other side. Walk your feet forward, in between your hands. Hands go to the ankle. Lift halfway. Straighten your spine. And then lower down to the ground. We're gonna go left around to the left. Up to the right. Hands all the way down. One more time. Draw a clock with your hands all the way up, all the way to the right, and lower down. Do you hear those words? We're going to go opposite side. Right, up, left, down. One more time. Right, up, left, down. Root to rise. Lift your hands up. Lift your torso up. Put your hands in prayer for Anjali Mudra. Take a breath here. This time, lift your hands up to the sky. And this time, you want to wrap your right wrist with your left. And you're moving your right foot behind your left, but a little bit past it for a curtsy. And stretch your right side body. Take a breath. I'm gonna go, your right foot meets your left. And when you're ready, we're gonna lift our right foot, our right knee in front of us. Put your weight on your left, micro bend your left knee, find your balance, find that point that you wanna focus on. And if you can stay here. If you're able, you can find your tree pose and lift your hands up to the sky. Take a few breaths here. You're doing great. And when you're ready, your right foot meets your left. Lower your hands down. Drop your hips, bend your knees. Find your chair. Lift your hands up to the sky for chair. Lower your hands down to the ground. Lift your hips up, forward fold. And when you're ready, we're gonna find plank position. And then from plank position, lower down halfway and all the way down. Cobra. So open up your chest, lift your top part up, and then top of the feet, and then we flip our toes back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Check where you are. Check that you're micro bending on your elbows. And wherever you are, wherever you end up, lower your knees down to the mat. At this point, if you have sensitive knees, like I do, I would use a blanket on your knees because we're gonna go on our knees for a little bit. And option to use blocks. My mom is gonna show the modification with a block. So put one block on each side. And from here, I just want you to your right foot in front of you and feel the stretch. Flex your right feet and feel the stretch on your lower thigh, on the back of your thigh. From here, bend your right knee in front and use your hips to push forward. You can move the blocks, but this time you should feel the stretch on your back leg. Take a breath. And go ahead and extend your right leg again. And flex your feet. Feel the stretch on the back of your right thigh. Bend your right leg. Push your hips forward. And from here, maybe you can lift your hands up for Anjaneyasana. See how that feels. From here, so can you lift your hands up or feel okay? All right. From here, can you twist your body to the right, facing right, and drop your left hand to right knee, kind of like what we did in the beginning. Just take a breath, and wherever you are, put one hand on each side of your feet. Your right knee meets your left. You can take a half plank, or if you want to lift your knees for a full plank, lower down halfway and all the way down. The top of your feet, your knees and your hips pushing towards the mat, and then use your lower back to pull your chest up forward, your shoulder blades to touch for Cobra. And let's meet in downward facing dog. So you can go on tabletop or you can go directly to downward facing dog. When you're ready, drop your knees back to your blanket, and you can find your blocks again. And this time, put your left leg in front of you, extend it, flex your left foot, feel the stretch on the back of the left thigh, bend your left knee, push your hips forward, feel the stretch on your back leg, take a breath, and then lengthen your left leg, flex your foot, bend your left leg, push your hips forward. From here, can you lift your hands up towards the sky, Anjaneyasana. We're going to lower our hands down, and this time, can you twist your body to the left and take a breath. You're doing awesome. Get some core work in. Hold your core, and then lower your hands down on each side of your foot. Your left knee meets your right, and you can take half plank or full plank wherever you are. Lower down halfway and all the way down. The top of your feet, the knees and the hips are pushing towards the mat, and then use your lower back to push your upper back up. And meet us in downward facing dog. You are doing amazing. From here, drop your knees to the mat. And this time, we're going to go into child's pose. So drop your hips to your heel. And extend your hands just as much as you can, as much as you're able. Feel the stretch on your hips. Feel the stretch on your hands. And wherever you are, walk your hands to the right side of the mat. And then your hips might want to go on top of the left heel. You might want to adjust if that feels good. You should feel the stretch on your left side of your body. You can take a breath here. Walk your hands to the left side of the mat. This time we're going to the opposite. Maybe move your hips on top of the right heel and feel the stretch on your right side body. And go back to neutral spine. And we're gonna go ahead and lift your torso up, and we're gonna go into camel pose. So a few options for camel. You can just go and lift your hips up. So just kneel, and you can use your hands, and I'm gonna go sideways just to show it. You can place your hands on top of your butt, kind of where your lower back sits, and just bend. Just open up your chest, your shoulder blades touch. That's a great camel pose. You can use a block and use the block to hold you and open up your chest a little more that way. Or if it's in your practice, you can just touch your heels and open up your chest that way. Whatever feels good. Receive all the goodness, the beautiful day, the beautiful sunshine. And wherever you are, make your way back to kneeling position for a cool down. Lower your hips down to the ground. You can move a little bit forward. But actually, Mom, you can face me. If you have someone you're practicing with, you can open up your heels so you're facing each other. And I'm gonna, so you can just do a regular forward fold with your legs open, but since I have my mom here, so you can just walk forward. I'm just gonna pull you, and just let me know when to stop. Great. And then now it's my turn. Just feel the stretch on your hips. Awesome. Okay, we are almost done, so go ahead and lie down in the mat. And your knees are up, your heels are as close to your butt as possible. And just windshield wiper your legs. So you can wipe all that negativity and receive all the positive blessings today. I'm so grateful that I have my mom here doing yoga with her. Think about the people that you love. Wherever you are, hug your knees to your chest. Maybe rock side to side, rock forward and back. And hug your right knee to your chest. Your left is extended. And then twist to your right. I like putting my left hand on top of my right and then helping me twist. Just as much as you can. Maybe you can extend your right hand to the right. Maybe you can look to the right hand. These are all just options. It's your practice. Whatever feels good to your body. Take a breath. Go back to neutral spine. And hug your knees to your chest. And this side, hug your left leg. Extend your right. And twist to the right. Extend to the right. Go back to neutral spine. And find comfortable lying down position. Maybe you prefer to go towards a wall, or maybe you don't want to lie down, maybe you want to stay seated. Whatever feels good for you. We're going to stay here for a bit. If you're on the wall, you might want to put your feet up. If you're walking all day, it's really good to get the blood flowing to other parts of your body. Thank yourself for showing up today, for being here, for giving yourself love. Take comfort in the fact that wherever you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Be grateful for the strength that your body has shown, that your body has taken you where you are right now. And your mind and your heart all part of what makes you yourself, what makes you unique, and what makes you beautiful. Wiggle your toes, find the ground beneath you, wiggle your hands, and maybe you want to go sideways, but find comfortable seated position. We're going to end the class with one Om. You can join if you want, or just listen. Take one breath first, inhale, and exhale. Inhale for Om. Thank you so much for joining me and my mom. Thank you, Mom, for being here.